Hey guys, what's going on? This is Robby here, and in this video I'm going to be answering a question that was asked on my Chalk and Steel Facebook page. And the question was from one of the athletes named Gary. Gary was wondering, every time he goes into an overhead squat or into a snatch, alright, that bottom position of a snatch, he was feeling a pain in his wrist and in his hand. Okay? Every single time he goes into that receiving position. And believe it or not, this is actually a very common problem and a common issue that a lot of lifters face, especially when you're first starting out when it comes to Olympic lifting. So when it comes to your wrists, okay, and being in that overhead receiving position, that snatch position, all right, you'll notice when I'm in that overhead position, which I'll show you right here, okay, and I have that barbell up overhead, okay, you'll notice that my wrists are in a tough angle, okay, especially when I'm first starting to learn how to get in that overhead position. So, because in everyday life you're not doing this position, right? So, when I'm here, it's a tough position to hold, okay? And if you're not used to it, it's going to put pressure on that wrist, okay? So when I'm in that overhead position, all right, it's a tough angle, okay? What's going to happen there is because in that tough angle of my wrist, all right, all the nerves in there are going to start to pinch, okay? And that's when you start to feel that tingling, okay? You also feel almost a pain in between your thumb and your index finger. And even sometimes, I felt it myself even when I first started, it starts to get numb, okay? And people kind of freak out, and when it gets numb, sometimes you can feel it all the way up your arm, okay? So, first of all, it's normal, so don't freak out, it's okay. It's just a normal thing that happens. There's a couple ways you can prevent it, okay? The first way, the easiest way, is to wear wrist wraps, okay? Same thing when people have trouble with those wrists in that front squat position, having wrist wraps is going to make all the difference, all right? The reason why? Extra layer of protection. It kind of keeps your wrist secure and safe, and so that way it's just like a weight belt that keeps your body nice and tight. Same thing with a wrist wrap. It keeps your wrist nice and tight. That way you can focus on that movement and not worry about your wrist. All right, so that might help you. Okay. Also, one thing that'll help you out too is adjusting the angle of your grip and adjusting your grip, making it a little bit more narrow. Okay. So what I mean by that is when people first start to learn that snatch, all right, they're way up overhead. Super, super wide, okay, tough angle to hold on that barbell, okay, especially overhead with some weight on there. So, what you want to do, okay, is adjust that grip, bring it in just a little bit, all right, you have the mobility for it, okay, and that way, hold it up like so. Now, I'm in a much less severe angle on my wrist, all right, takes a lot of pressure off of it, it allows the nerves to do what they do, all right, and that way to keep you pain-free as well. The final way, all right, is to just adjust and adapt to it, okay? So when you first start to learn something, it's going to hurt, okay? I remember when I was first learning that front squat position, boy, it hurt to get those elbows up, okay? My elbows were hard, it seemed impossible to get them up there, my wrists were hurting, all right? But what did I do? I spent time in that position every day before a workout in that rack position, okay? Same thing with the overhead squat and the snatch. In that overhead position, holding it, getting used to it, okay? If you do that repetitively over the course of a couple months, you're going to see a big difference in your positioning and in your posture. So that's a couple tips. So if you've been having any wrist pain or any hand pain, okay, numbness, anything like that, that's a normal thing that happens, all right? And those three things are going to help you out when it comes to improving your lifts. So that way you can focus on your lifts and not worry about your wrists, okay? So that's the video, guys. If you are interested in learning more about Olympic lifting, I have a 12-month Olympic strength training program, which has 96 workouts. You get custom how-to videos from me. So if you're interested in that, the link's below. Otherwise, we'll see you later, guys. Have a great day.